We are going to learn about Dynamo. Dynamo is really a cool plugin that is a visual program, which is a plugin for Revit. You can have the standalone software that is a Dynamo Sandbox, and Dynamo plugin is also there for your Revit. So whatever you can do in Revit, you can achieve in Dynamo as well, but you can do it within very quick span of time, and you can save that program, you can save that as a script for your future purpose if there is same kind of task you need to perform. So that you can achieve through Dynamo. So we are coming to discover more about Dynamo. So whenever you install Revit, this Dynamo plugin will be installed with your Revit software. Okay, and according to that, the version will be installed. So you don't have to worry about installing Dynamo and about the version. So it will be compatible with your latest version of your Revit. And if you need your Dynamo Sandbox as a standalone. So for that, what you have to do is you come to your C drive. Let me open, and then you have program files. Then come to Autodesk, and then there you have. mm Let me check again. Yeah, so it is available within this program data, and go for this Dynamo Revit, and this is the version, and there you can see these things are there, and this is there. So come to this Dynamo core, and here, so it's not providing here, okay, but here you can see that this is your what I say, this is the version 2.5 is the version that is installed. Okay, so that is the Dynamo core, and Dynamo Revit that is 1.3, and some sample files are there. So uh, that is I think Dynamo for Revit, that is the base, I think. So don't worry about that. What you can do is we can come to this browser, and there we can search for it, dynamobim.org, and enter. Okay. So here you can see that this is the website for your Dynamo, or else what you can do is you can search for in Google, you can search like Dynamo there. Not the guy. Yeah, so dynamobeam.org is the, okay, so the same thing, you can search it like that also, or else come to this and you can explore about this. Okay, most of the features and some case studies are there, so you can explore this website, some blogs written about this. Okay, so let me come to this. And okay, so here you can see that this is automatically installed as part of Revit since Revit 2020. Okay, but for previous versions you had to install. And for this Dynamo sandbox, this is a standalone program, you can say. You can use it for all other Autodesk applications. You can use for uh, other softwares like your Maya, your 3ds Max, your SketchUp. So others also, whenever you will be installing it, it will be installed. Okay, now let me come to this Dynamo. So it is available within this manage tab. Here it is Dynamo. All right, so you will be clicking on that and this window will be opened. I hope you all can see this window, this Dynamo.
Yes.
Okay. Now, here you see that one Dynamo player is there. So Dynamo player is like a music player, but it doesn't run music. It run Dynamo scripts. So whenever you work in Dynamo, you can save that as a script for your future purpose, and you can run within this Dynamo, and the result will be similar uh, like the previous what you have done exactly with the script. So there you can run it. Like, let me go with that Dynamo player. Okay, so here you can see that this some basic files I think there. Okay, so some basic uh, our sample scripts are there. So we will come on this part later about this Dynamo player, how you can run script. Okay, uh, so the first thing that we are right now in this project one, we have opened a new project, and within that we are opening this Dynamo. All right, so this will work for this particular project. Suppose if you create a new project, a new file there, let me go with that. So in Revit you have opened this new project, but this one you have opened for the project 1, not for the project 2. So if you want to work uh, with for your project 2, so what you have to do is you have to close it again and you have to open Dynamo for project 2. All right, so you cannot run like that. This will not for this will not work for whole Revit. Like, you have opened multiple projects and the same script will work for all the projects you have opened. It doesn't work like that. It works specifically for the project you have opened at Dynamo. Okay, so this thing you have to keep in mind. And next important thing is that, as because you are opening your Dynamo and you are creating all the program, all your visual program uh, based on the project. So the unit depends upon the project. Okay, so whatever you will be doing in Dynamo, the unit will be based on the Revit project. So here if it is set as millimeter, so whatever value you will put in Dynamo, it will work as per this project unit. So whatever will be the result as per this project unit. So what is your desired unit, set it within this project unit and then go for Dynamo. All right, so in this Dynamo you cannot set your units. All right, but here uh, it will not show you any unit or any suffix or any prefix for unit. uh, the value whatever you will input here, the outcome will be according to the project unit. Okay, so you have to keep this thing in mind. Now let's talk about this user interface of Dynamo. Here you see this. These are your tabs for file. Create your new file. Open, save as. So this thing you know, and this thing about export your workspace as a image. So whatever you are working, you want to share with some other person, but you don't want to share the actual file. You want to just showcase that I am doing this much or I have completed this much. So you can export as an image and you can send it. Then this export background 3D preview, with the result you can with the outcome with the background there you can export it, and you can export it to STL that work for your uh, 3D printing. Okay, so that STL file work for 3D printing. Now let's come to this edit, and there is nothing such thing about this. Now about this view tab. So zoom, pan, this thing you can. So here some shortcuts are written there. So you can use this shortcut. So there is pan. So you can use this shortcut as well, or you can use this mouse wheel as well. There are some connector types. Okay, so we will come on this connector. So whenever will be creating some nodes, you will be connecting to connecting for outcome. So what will be the connecting type? That is the thing is there about the connectors. So that is your curves is there. Now about this background 3D preview. So available previews is there. Revit background preview is there. So whatever you will be creating, what will be the outcome in Revit, so that you can have as a preview. So uh, in a normal case, don't use that, because this is unnecessarily make your file heavier. To run your program, this will consume lot of your GPU in backend. So this will, you make this uncheck, you uncheck this one. Okay, and this work workspace reference, we will come on that workspace. And about packages for uh, all the script you have saved as a package, that you can search, you can manage your package there. Okay, and you can publish new package into website. Okay, and about settings, so let's go with this default one, just this one. This is the default location there. Okay, this is the default location where from this path you can access your packages. All right, now here you can see that we have some custom node. We can open some Dynamo existing files from this open. Okay, and we can create some custom nodes. Okay, like something to add in the library. We can add some custom nodes. So this thing you will not understand now. We will show you about nodes, and then you can understand this about. And here some recent files will be there. Okay, and you can come to this discussion forum Dynamo website. So Dynamo creators have established this discussion forum Dynamo website for more updates, and for more creativity. If you want to add in, you are going with your new uh, no your innovation. So there you can discuss all about. Let's go for discussion there. Let me open. Okay, so it will open that website, and you can go for Dynamo website like this. It will open. Okay, and this will also open some website. There all the things will be available, like how to start with that, how to start with your Dynamo, and Dynamo primer. Some video tutorials are there. So these video tutorials are uh, uploaded back then when Dynamo launched, so those are not updated, I guess. And we have some Dynamo dictionary over there, so we can open it, and we can access some files over there. Okay, so let's go to this new now. Okay, so this is the workspace. This is the workspace. Here you can see, and here it is, this enable background 3D preview, 3D preview, and this is for graph view navigation. Okay, so we will come on this part little bit later. Before that, let me just tell you that we have some library. Okay, so where all the nodes are created, uh, we just have to create a workflow. We just have to connect with our inputs and uh, with our outputs, and then the result will be there. So the Dynamo, sorry, Dynamo is our visual programming software. And to run this Dynamo, you don't need to know any program. Okay, you don't need to know how to code there. So this is like a algorithm, creating algorithm there. So algorithm is basically uh, your computer language to solve a problem, or else you can identify this as a recipe. Okay, so you all know, you all have the idea about a recipe. So what you have, all the ingredients you have, then you know that with the ingredients how to prepare it, and then this after this all the steps you will be following, and then there will be a good outcome, a tasty outcome will be there. This visual, this is a visual programming. You don't have to run or you don't have to type any C++ or Java kind of language. You don't have to, like, no, you don't have to do that. You just have to attach your nodes as per the result, and it depends upon the flow you are creating your nodes, and according to that you will have your result output. So let me just show you that. uh, Here let me uh, create any point there. So what you can do is you can uh, search here. So in this library, let's search for it. So let's go for point. Okay, so why I'm going for point? Because here you can create any kind of solid or any kind of 3D model or 3D geometry you can create. So basic point is the basic thing. If you explode your 3D model, if you break down your 3D model, you will get surfaces, and all the surfaces are combination of, or consisting multiple or infinite points, you can say. And all your 3D models consist of surfaces, right? So if you break down, you will get the points. So if you know that how you can place points, so let's go with the basic things. It's our complex structure. Let's break down our complex structure into simple thing, into basic things, so we can easily understand. Let's go for point. Here you can see that wherever we are, we can search it within this library and we can find out. Or else you can come to this this geometry is there. So this is added right now. Let me just delete. So here you can see this geometry is there, and within that the point is there. So you can come to this geometry and this point is there, and within that this point. So you can choose from this list like by coordinates. Okay, so by coordinates xyz and by coordinates only xy for your two Cartesian coordinates is there. So you can choose like this, or you can specify as a Cartesian coordinate. So let's go with this by coordinates x, y, z, and here you can see that at the default location, that is 0 comma 0, this is one point is placed. So now if I try to zoom, or if I try to pan, or if I try to rotate, so this will work only for this workspace, that is your graph view navigation, that is the workspace. So you have to switch for this 3D preview navigation to this workspace. So you can use Control B as a shortcut. So right now you can see that this graph or this node is quite dim right now. And now you can zoom to this point, can rotate your 3D background, right? And now again you control B, and now you can work with your node. All right, there. So here you can see that at the left side you have all this x, y, and z. So that is according to that this point uh, by coordinates. This node you have selected. So at the left side, these are your inputs. Okay. So it will be always at the left side all your inputs, and towards the right side there will be outputs. Okay. Now, here you can see that this x, y, and z is there, but the default value is 0. So from here, I cannot change, or I cannot give some values for this. Okay. So these are for this point, uh, xy coordinate value is at the default, that is z. So now I need to put input, right? I need to place input for this x, y, or this coordinates, right? So what will be the input? What is the input type? What is the input type? Please tell me. What is the input type for your coordinates? That is number, right? So you search for number. You search for number. We have some other options like number slider. I will come on this later. Okay. So let's come on this number. And here you can see this number is there. And here we can attach to this, so we can connect to this. So you remember there was one connector there, so this is the connector. So this is the curve type, the connector, the display of this connector, you can see this is the curve, and right now this is attached to this x. Suppose you need to remove it again, so come to this x, click on it, and click outside. Okay, now it is detached again. So you connect this, and there you put one value like 5, and here you can see. Can you see? Let me switch Control B, and here it is your point. So the red side is your x positive direction, green is the y positive direction, and this blue is the Z positive direction towards the upward. And let me press Control B again to switch to this graph. Okay. Again, you can attach to this like to multiple outputs. Okay. So this this single input can have multiple outputs, or this single same like that single output can can have multiple inputs as well. Okay, so this single input can attach to multiple inputs. Okay. Okay, so here you can see that this is your point. Okay, and you can see that this, let me attach this. Okay, now if I change it to from 5 to 10. Okay, so the both will be changed, so both is having the same number now. Okay, so if you need to assign different number for that, so what you can do is you can again click on this number, or else what you can do is, as because this is the same, so Control C and Control V, and that is there. Okay, so as because you have made the duplicate, so it will come with the same number, so there you can change it, and now you attach to this Y. Okay, so now you can see that this in what I can say that uh, this input is only attaching to this one one output, right? Okay, uh, so this output can attach to multiple inputs. Okay, but this one is this single input is only attaching with the uh, single output. Okay, so like if you try to attach with this, it cannot be attached with that again. Okay, so it if you want to attach with that, so it will be attached, but that will not be attached any longer. Okay, you can assign to others, like this is number, you have to type it. So what you can do is you can connect to number sliders, so that will be very much easy. Like number slider is there. Okay, so let me go for that number slider. So here you see number slider is there. Okay, so for that let me go with this Z, and if you go with that, like with this slider, you can make it very quick. You can you can define your input very quickly. Okay, so the number slider, now here you can see that you can go up to maximum 100, and what is the step 0.1. so whenever you move next slider, it will go minimum 0.1 step. Okay, uh, after 0 it will go 0.1, and see. Okay, so it needs very precise movement. All right, so no worries. Here you can give more, like 5. So whatever it is right now 5.6, next it will go 10.6. Let me move that. So here you see that 10. Okay, after that it will go 15, 20, up to 100. It will go like that. Okay, and there you can change it like 1000, so it will go up to 1000. So there you can set all these values there, and you can have better controls. Okay, so with numbers you can give more precise values, like 00, 1 like that. Okay, 0.001 there. So you will have more precise values there like this. Okay, so here you can set. All right, so let me now I want to remove this one. So what I'll do, I'll select and delete. Okay, and now I can attach to this again like this. I can do this and I can remove it. Now let me go with this like 0.1 and not 1000. 100 is enough. And let me go with, or else here you can type it also like this. You can type this. All right, and you also have integer slider. Okay, so integer slider will be a whole number. There will be no decimal. It will be a whole number, so you can use that. So all the things are similar like that number slider, but here you cannot give points. This point cannot be placed. Even if you place, it will take as a whole number. Okay, so there you can mention like this and you can change it. Okay, and that is the output you are getting it. Like here you can see that the output is your automatic. So whenever you change anything, it will automatically update, it will automatically run the script, and you will get the result over there. Suppose you have a larger you are running a complex large script. So whenever you are doing all these changes, it will run like that. So it depends upon a really good configuration over there. So if you have good configuration, so it will run smoothly. Otherwise, it will hang, it will lag very much. So for that, if you are creating any large script, any complex script over there, so make it manual. So whenever you will be completing like this, you will complete this part and this part, all the changes are done, and then you go for this run, and then it is there. Okay, like this you've done it, uh, like this you've done it, and then you will manually run this. Okay, so this is the very simple thing, like just creating points. You can create another points by just let me just control C and let me just control V, and here you see that when I'm duplicating this point, it's connected with the same values as because I have duplicated it. So this is totally duplicated and it has the same value, so that's why it is connected with these values, right? So what you can do is you can change this, you can change this later. So let me go with this number slider. So your inputs always be placed towards left side. Okay, so let's check. So let's not place at the Z. direction. Let me select and delete this, and let me place at 5. Sorry, not this one. Sorry, one is minimums. Here let me place 5 value. Here let me place 10. Let me delete this one, and about this let me go with 0, and for this also let me go with 0. Control B. Where are the points? There it is. Okay, so it is set as manual, so that's we are getting this. We are not getting this. Okay, so it was just waiting for our run option. Okay, so we hadn't done that run, so we were not getting the result. So now I have done it automatic. So here you can see. Okay, so that is fine now. Now let's create a line connecting these 2 points. So let's go with line. Here you see that within this geometry you have this line option. You can go with that line there, and okay, so you can choose by start point, end point, and this is there. Okay, so this will be the input. At the left side, these two are the input. Okay, and again you can go for this as output. Okay, so these two will take the input. This is waiting for the start point, and this is waiting for the end point, and this is the output for this point, right? So this, let's go for this as a start point. Let's define this as a start point, and let's define this as a endpoint. And now you can see, let's go for control B, and now you can see that your line has been created, correct? So this how you can start creating your uh, points, and can close all the point as a surface. So we will come on this later. Gradually we will make start making complex. Now this is very much simple, so we can easily create these things. So even this you can see that creating this simple line, we have created these many nodes there. Okay, all right. Now let's go for creating a circle there. Okay, so you can go with this circle like that. You can go with this circle. So let's go with that circle, or else what you can do is you can come to this geometry, come to this curves, and then you can choose any option. So let's go for this circle, and which one will be the option, so you can choose like that. Okay, so let's go for this by center point radius. Okay, so which one will be the center? So by default this will be 0 0, and the radius value is 1. The default radius value is 1. Now this, if you connect this one, so what you will have, that is, you are having one warning there. Okay, so that is done, that is, the script has been run, but it is not, means you are not getting any result, you are getting warnings that may be not possible. So let's read out what is showing: create circle with input center point and radius in the word. It's, so that is not possible to execute the result within this line. There cannot be, on this line there cannot be center point, because center point is asking for a point there. So this one you can assign like this. Okay, now you see this, whenever you are getting this yellow mark, you will, that means you are having one warning there. Okay, so let me just remove this, and there's no warning now. And you can have errors as well. So for that, I'm just showing you, like, if you are running anything like wrong, anything like yeah. So here you can see that this is not anything that cannot be run, anything that cannot execute any result. This cannot be taken as any even a number or nothing like that. It doesn't define anything. So it's showing you that this is an error with this red color. This is an error. Okay, so you can have errors, you can have warnings within this, right? And about this center point. Okay, so you can define this as a center point, this, and so here it is showing you this. So let me give, like, let me give any value there. Okay, all right, so it's taking us the number. Let me not define that as number. Okay, so we have to define this xy value there. Okay, so we have to define the coordinates value there, not as a simple number we cannot define. All right, we have to define the coordinate value. So it's asking you for the center point, so that we have to define the point, right? So these are your numbers. Let's go for point. Okay, and let's go for this Cartesian coordinates. Okay, now here you will be defining, so here you can attach with that like this as a x. Okay, you can define like this. Okay, so let me just create another. So you can name it as well. The node name you can change also. Double click on it, you can change the name as well. Let's not change any name there. Let's just define some numbers over there. So let's go with integer. integer slider. Let's have it. Integer slider. Let me go with Control C, Control V, Control V. Okay, and then we'll define as the center point. Now let me just change it like this, and here let me go with 0 itself. And now, so that you can see, right? And there you can change it. Okay. And about the radius, now you can attach with the number there. So let me just Control C, and let me Control V there, or you can go with the number slider as well. So that's better, we can go with number slider. Let's go with number slider there, and let's connect with this radius now. And here you can see that you can control with this number sliders there. All right. And about this line, so if you change this point, so this line length will be changed. Okay, so this how we will be creating, this is how generally we create our visual script there. All right. And later on we will discover that how uh, we can create a complex program, and a, uh, a 3D model we can create. All right. So in this library, we can have almost all the nodes with this. Within this, we can get all the nodes and we can use it. So in this geometry, all the 2D and all your 3D element nodes are there. So these are your Dynamo elements. So this is not your Revit elements. This is your Dynamo elements, and later on we can use in Revit.
Hello?
So that we can do. Yes. Hello.
Your voice was breaking. What?
Am I clear now?
Yeah. Can you repeat last what you said?
Yeah. So that I was telling you that this within this geometry, all the elements are 2D and 3D, and these all not only this geometry, within this geometry, all these are your Dynamo elements. These are not Revit elements. We can later use in Revit as well. Okay. So and one last thing, I already have said. I'm going to repeat it again. So this number, like this for this radius. So this is your 4 mm, right? You remember you have used in project settings. So you can come again, and you can come to Revit again, and there you can change this project units again. So there will be no issue to changing this again. So you just change it like millimeters or meter. So that will be taken as a meter. So whenever you'll be uh, applying within Revit. Okay, so that you can do it. There will be no issue for that. Okay, so this is for today's session. I hope this simple thing is clear to all of you.
Yes.
Yeah. So go with a different shape over there. Like within this geometry, you have some other options. Okay. So go with that. These options are there. So go with that. Okay, like this rectangle there, this helix there. So you can define, you can create like this. Okay, so try with that. Try with other things also.
So this majorly it is this dynamo is used for what?
This dynamo is very flexible. You know, it uh, can be used for achieving any kind of projects within very quick span of time.
When we'll do with the Revit models that time maybe I'll understand. Now it's
Uh, Sorry.
when we do it with Revit models that time maybe I can relate because now what like this is
Hmm.
happening,
Okay.
yeah, separately, no?
Uh,
So
yes,
we are
yes.
making shapes separately for now.
Right. Suppose you are creating sheets, okay, and all the sheets contains the same data.
Mm.
Okay, so for that, what you can do is you can create one script, and you can run that script. So from one single sheet, it will copy all the datas like that. You can create some kind of scripts like that. So whatever repetitive task is there, so you can run that script. So for creating that script, it takes time, but for long run it will save you time. Like that task, most of the time, for other projects you will be doing that same task. So for the next time, next future, it will save all the time.
Okay, sir, got it.
Okay guys, so if you have any more question, you can ask me.